So I am going to use the recipe as a guide, and then I'm going to create my own recipe. Okay, I'm just going to use this one for my pork. So I couldn't buy, like I said, less than this, but this is about 2 pounds of pork. It's shoulder butt, but it's ground pork, so I don't have to do much. Well, it's 1.7 pounds, so it's not so bad. I'll use about half of it, right? Using a fork to take it out. You can measure it or you can not measure it. It doesn't really matter. The Napa cabbage. Now let me make it thin slices, and then we can put them in there. And the best thing is, in this recipe, it says you mix them all together and combined, right? And then you just wrap them. So it's going to be cooked in the skin. Okay, minced enough. I'm going to add chives to it. This is Chinese chives, not the regular onion chives, also called garlic chives. It's much more fragrant. Flowers are white, not purple. So ginger, they said 1 tablespoon grated. I think I'm going to chop it fine. You can also grate it, but I think chopped ginger tastes better. Tablespoon. I might add a little more because I think ginger makes the whole smell come out, and that's what gives it the freshness of a dumpling. It smells really good. I think the sesame oil and this chives are what is giving the flavor. So it's a very simple flavor here that we are doing. Oh, see what to do. Again, like I said, it's all about what you want to put in the dumpling, right? So I'm going to put at least that much edamame in there. So there's a few of them. I don't want too much though, because that doesn't taste good either. Shiitake mushroom 1 cup, Napa cabbage 1 cup, carrots, tofu. So we're not going to give tofu. That's not what green onions. We'll do the same thing with the chives, ginger, cornstarch, and vegetable oil. Good. So I think what we have here is perfect. 1 tablespoon, same as before. Salt and pepper. Salt and sugar. Now remember, dumplings are not spicy. If you want to get the spice, you always put it in a chili oil, if you can. Well, I had drained it, so not coming out much, right? But if you don't, and if you can see it coming up, then definitely do that. I have been draining all my things, so there is not much water under. But if there is water, make sure you drain it out. So that's one thing that I wanted to highlight. And now I have tossed it all together. As you can see, I'll add, like you see, 1 tablespoon. Okay, potato starch. I saw it. That one was definitely the rice powder. Not that it's wrong, but I want to add potato starch. You can also add cornstarch. I added potato starch because it tastes better, potato, right? And it has a translucent quality to it too. So I need more potato starch here, I can see already. So that's the last piece you do. And then your fillings are going to be ready. And then today the class is for Chinese Lunar New Year. You know, Plainsboro is having this Sunday lunar celebration at 12:45 with the dragon dance and everything. You can come and join. So as a part of that too, we are going to do dumplings, right? And the biggest part today is you guys are going to fold the dumplings. I'll show you how to fold dumplings, and then you're going to fold it. So I have dumpling wrappers for all of us, right? I bought them, and I bought these specifically. I looked for them. It kind of said handmade. It looked handmade much more than the regular machine-made dumpling skins. So I'm going to hand out dumpling skins to everyone so everyone can make dumplings, right? And so that it's easy for everyone, you guys can, I made the filling already. I also did the pork filling, and I cooked the pork because I didn't want people to handle like raw meat, but actually dumpling should be made with raw meat. Okay, so that's why today I'm going to do some pork dumplings with the raw meat in front of you, but I won't give them to you. I'm going to fold them. Okay, so there's a lot of work today. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Is there a way to eat it without meat?
Yes, the vegetarian dumplings are no meat.
Okay.
That's why my class, and people will tell you here who have attended before, I always have a vegetarian option.
Yeah, I'm vegan.
Okay, and if you want, I'll make it vegan too.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's
Right? So this is vegan because it doesn't have dairy, it doesn't have eggs.
oh.
So this one calls for, as you can see, it's 4 cups of AP flour, right? I couldn't see the footnote 1, maybe it didn't print, but I'm going to do 1/4 of it. That's the main thing, right? I'm not going to do 4 cups, I'm going to just do 1/4. So that's why I did only 1 cup, which means 256 milliliter of water. Now, it's hard for me because there's no marker other than 100, but I have to do 1/4 of 256, which is about 60 something, I guess, right? So I'm going to do about 50, 60 and try to see if that works. It's going to be very play by the ear kind of thing for me. I'm going to use a little spoon here to mix it together. The main thing is to look for the consistency of the flour, right? More than anything, put less water. See if it's going to be that doughy, and it shouldn't have any dry flour in there. That's the main thing you should look for when you're doing the dough. So you can see it's creating this big chunks, and this is the right time when I'm going to put my hands in, because now it's not going to stick on my hands as much. That's why I start with the spoon. It's a trick because people don't like mixing flour, right? It gets on your hands and it's not fun. So I kind of start it with something else so it doesn't get on my hand. And then when it's close enough, then I can bring my hand in and work it, right? It's kind of there, but not completely. And I can feel it needs a little more water. So I'm going to add a little more water. And it should become not soft, but pliable dough. That's the word, right? So you can see how it's coming together, not sticking to the sides, and that's what I want. Okay? Still a little hard. I can do a little more water to it. This is a hard dough, what I did right now, right? Because you can see them shaggy, right? It's not, see, it's breaking, it's shaggy. So this is called a hard dough. I can knead it and make it soft, so it will stay hard, or I can add just a little water to make it a little softer, so it's a medium soft dough, right? I'll add very little. This is where you have to be very careful because you don't want it to be that mushy soft anymore. You want the dough still to be stretchy. So this is perfect now. And this I'm going to keep for some time and then knead it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do the pork filling, right? But like I said, I will distribute this filling for you guys to put into your dumplings. These two will be for dumpling giving you guys. So the pork, it says 1 pound pork. This is not 1 pound, it's half a pound. So we are going to cut down everything that's here, okay, to half. So I already have some Chinese chives, which is nothing but garlic chives. I'm going to put in the pork and I'm going to put in the rest of the stuff. So that's the pork that I'm going to go in. And then this one, you actually do it in a food processor. You can put the whole thing in and put it in food processor. Me being me, I use the knife to cut them. So that's why it's a little bigger, right? But it's equal proportion to pork and Napa cabbage. So as you can see, 1 pound and 1 pound, right? So it's equal proportion. If you don't have 1 pound, don't worry, make it equal proportion. That's the first thing, right? You should always know that. So I'm going to make it equal proportion by, and I just chopped them before so that I didn't have to spend time here to do this. Usually I do everything here and it always runs late. So this time, hopefully, we'll do it before, right? So that's the equal proportion I put in. I think that's enough. And then what does it say? The wine, right? The Shaoxing wine. So that's, or sherry. So that's the wine. That's Chinese wine. It's dry sherry, basically, cooking wine. You can put anything. And I was thinking I want to make it sweeter. I might add mirin instead, because mirin is nothing but alcohol. It's rice, quick cooking, sweet rice wine. So instead of Shaoxing, I'm like, you know what? I want to put mirin here because it will taste sweeter. And you can do these things, right? If it's in your house, it will change the flavor profile a little bit. But if you like the taste, that's fine. There's no like yes or no or like hard stops until you do baking. Baking is a different story altogether. Yes. So you should know the flavor profile of this and that before you do the substitution, right? This one, I will not use same amount because this is very sweet. Okay, so I'll use way less. This one is not as sweet, right? That's why I'll use less. I can use this because I'm going to put 1 tablespoon, right? Yeah, it smells a lot more alcohol, as you can see, right? So that's the 1 tablespoon. Not too much. It's really not a lot. And 2 tablespoons, 1 tablespoon. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. I'm going, good. I'm going to use half because, salt is something that I try to be light on. So that's the reason I'm going to do half of it. And I'm going to skip the sea salt because I'm like, soy sauce has enough salt in it. I don't need more salt in there to do it, right? And then the grated ginger is there already. The Napa cabbage is there. The chives are there. Sesame oil. There you go. 1 tablespoon. And white pepper. I'll put the white pepper in. I like pepper, as you know. Little bit, right? Lucy's not today. So I can go high on the pepper today. But it says 1 teaspoon, right?
Right. Can you freeze this once it's cooked?
Yes, 100%.
Or before cooked?
You can do both.
You can do both.
You can do both. Awesome with dumplings. Yes. You can freeze it. This freezes very well. In fact, the pot stickers are uncooked ones.
They're what?
The pot stickers. So I'm going to make these today. It takes 1 tablespoon per thing. So this will make a lot. Yeah.
So we need
So small balls in hand. I can see already that it's not like perfect. So it needs a little more kneading, a little more, because it's not there yet, right? I can see it. I can feel it. But let me try, like I said. Oh, I do need the flour back. Just, that's what you do. If you make it round, the skins come out round. That's the main thing. If you don't make it round, you can make it roundish. Doesn't matter. You're going to roll it anyways. But so this is a small rolling pin, not the big ones. And what I'm doing is I'm pressuring more on my right than my left. That's why it's going round and round. Okay, that's how the way grandmas used to make, kind of, right? So that's what happens. And what happens here is because you're always rolling on the sides are a little thinner than the middle. So if you cut it, that won't happen. So during wrapping, when you're doing your wraps, the thin sides make it easier to fold than the middle one.
Are the ones that you bought thinner on the outside?
No. I checked that when I opened the wrapper. I'm like, oh, they cut the way, like you said. They're not doing it by hand. But this is how it should be, right? And I'll show you how easy it is if you do it by yourself. And I'll do one with that, and you'll see the difference between the two, right? So take a little bit of the, I got a lot of spoons today. Doing the vegetarian one. Okay, by the way, I did not, this is very low salt because I said this is the AI recipe, right? So it doesn't have those things added here at all, okay? It's going to be like low in salt, but I think it has the essence of how a dumpling should taste. I liked it when I had it, actually. So 1 spoonful, right? Little water on the sides. And I'll do a simple one first, okay? So press them. Right, the half moon. Good? Easy enough? I'm going to hit the bottom and then just roll it and join. Nice? I think all of you can do that, right? So easy fold, right? Easy enough. I'll do the same thing using one of our wrappers, and let's see how it happens. Actually, I'll do another fold with this one. Much bigger, so we can put more in here. Now, who wants it more spicy with the sauce and all? And who wants the AI? More spicy, more spicy, more spicy, more spices. Okay, half the team. I'll add. And vegetarian or pork? Vegetarian? Pork? All the spices. You're vegetarian. So I'll do half spicy and half regular vegetarian. And pork, I'll do the same thing. How about that? Good idea? Okay. And you can choose. I'll give bowls or plates, and you can choose which one you want to fill up with. And mark somehow that it's your wrapper so that when it happens, you can eat yours. Okay. Just a thought. Okay. So this is going to be without all those things. I put a little more because it's a bigger one. You can put less if you want. It's easier to fold with less. And because now you saw the tortellini one, I'll do another one here. So I'm going to do, again, a fold, half one, because this kind of seals your dumpling. That's the main thing, right? It seals the dumpling. That's the main thing. That's what you want to do. And I'll do the one fold. So this is going to be a little, I don't know if I can do it closer or not, but 2 fingers, the thumb kind of inside first, right? Then the next one, this one pinches it down for the thumb to push it again. Pinch, fold, pinch, fold, pinch, fold. Can everyone see the pinching? I'm pinching it actually with the 2 fingers. I'm doing the fold.
Oh, pretty.
Okay? So that's the next choice you have. They're all easy, by the way. None of them are difficult, but the pinching and folding is a technique, right? And maybe it's not equal. It doesn't matter. The first time I do it, it's not equal. The more adept you get, the more equal it gets, right? That's the main thing. um, let me do a few more. and I'll do a few with pork. So I'll do some vegetables, some pork, and then we'll go from there. I hope you remember. I'll come around and show you too, right? That's not an issue. So the third one I want to do, and this is something that I need to learn because I'm not sure I can do this, okay? So I'll try. Like I said, it's a two-hand operation. That's why I can't do it. I'm good at one hand, but two hands makes me nervous. It's a pinch fold on both sides. So that's why I can't do it, I think. Always the water comes in, right? The inside, the surrounding, the round part, because you always want to do that, right? You always want to do that first thing. But for this one, it goes in first, then you fold, then you go in one side and in the other side, okay? And you pinch again. Then you go in one side, in other side, pinch again. You can see the purse happening here. In one side, in other side. But like I said, I'm not very good at this. So, but it's a double-sided purse. Okay, both sides. Good, both. There are other easy ones. I'm going to do some pork ones too. Let me cover this up. So again, there are very simple ones that all you do is like a purse. I don't know if you have seen a purse. Um, I had asked Joyce to send an email. Actually, she forgot to print out the different folds. There are 10 folds that I have given her to show. It's not here, so that's fine. So here, you actually divide it into 4 parts. So I'm taking a point here, making a point, and then pushing the whole thing here, right? And pushing the whole thing here. That's a fan purse. That's all you need. That's also a very simple one, right? Yeah, and you can make it longer. So you fold the middle a little more, and the 2 sides you do, so it becomes a longer 4 instead of a regular 4, right? Like if I press this more instead of the 4 together, that's another fold. Yes, yes, exactly, right? So different folds. I'll keep this here because